everyone, this is Doug. I know I often will say this is just going to be a quick message, and it ends up being a much longer message. But I'm in my Subaru. I'm going home today, and it's Monday morning, and this is kind of unscheduled, unplanned, because I was supposed to normally go home on the weekend, and I was gonna go home on the weekend, but I ended up getting a load canceled, and I had a Winco load that I could have done today, but I was just on what's called recap hours, so I was on limited hours. So anyway, I actually talked to my driver manager, Michael, and he said it's probably better just go home and do a reset, come back on Wednesday so you're not on recap hours, and he got someone else to cover my load. So that's why I'm going home. And this morning I had a really good call with Madeline, who's the dry van manager for my whole fleet for Phoenix. And I managed to get, we had about, I would probably talk for 10, 15, 20 minutes or so about my channel and what I was doing, and just asked her if she was still on board and supportive, and she said yes, and she was going to check out my YouTube channel this weekend. It wouldn't surprise me that she checks it out before, because in the past she has listened to messages before she went to work and read text messages and stuff. We just haven't been doing as much of that as we did in the past. So my intention, and I hope that what it evolves to, and I told her during our meeting, is I'd love to have you on one of our Sunday or weekend Zoom calls to where I can interview you and talk about, how you got, your story, how you got involved with truck driving, and how you got connected at night, and why you decided to do that, and what your experience has been so far, and all of that. Really like to get to know her better on the actual interview, and then segue into talking about what my intentions are, which I stated during a 20-minute, real quick, a 20-minute meeting, just a quick framework of where I was going, including recruiting, and the whole Japan thing, and her management style, which is a management style that had a Japanese name that we both couldn't remember, but I was going to do some research on that. She even asked me if I was interested in researching that and maybe doing a video and talking about what that management style is and how it benefit her and benefit our team. So it's a very productive meeting. So I'm going home excited, and I'll have a couple days to focus and not have to worry about loads of trips, and I'll come back fresh on Wednesday, and then we'll just keep moving on. I thought Mike and I had a great first Zoom call this weekend. Overall, coming into our second week, I'm happy with the momentum we established for this weekend. I thought it was awesome. So I'm looking forward to carrying on. I just get started with my day. I just took a shower at the driver lounge. I'm now getting my first coffee of the day on Monday, start of the day. The start of the second week. We're driving to Tokyo with Mike and Doug. I'm going to be passing videos on to him, and he does his magic, and we're going to just continue what we started last week. Let's see if I can do this time. Stuff in. Okay, put the coffee in here. Close the door. It's actually, I gotta start using it. I don't work out at all, but it's actually really good. There's free weights here. Right here, and bench press here, things. They just put a couple cheap things in here. It's a full-on little fitness center right off the driver lounge. I see some of the people that work in the office come in here, the younger people come in and work out. Instead of going to a gym, they can come in here. This is, but it looks kind of fancy. And this looks like a sitting thing, and this is like a stair stepper kind of thing. So I've got to start taking advantage of this just a little at a time. But I have, like tonight, I have tomorrow morning, start packing some gym stuff and start working out. Laundry facilities here, which is nice. The last company was with CRST. They actually charged you to use the washer. And then all our shower facilities are right down the hall here. The complication I have is that this are our floors where we have stuff. We have to pay for it, but we have, just like a store, we have all the stuff here, soft drinks, energy drinks, and just in case you would come in and we have absolutely nothing to eat, and we have something to eat, and then we just pay for it over here. We even have free coffee over here. There's free coffee right over here. There's coffee. I'm recording this at home. This is my first mentor, Jack Canfield. Is now in his 70s, but when I first got hooked up with Jack, it's a long story. He was about 38. I was in my early 30s. I spent 4 years with Jack. I was his sound man. I massaged him. This is him talking a little bit about quantum physics and stuff today, but I had the good fortune of working with him personally, one-on-one, for 4 years, way back in about the mid-80s or so. Enjoy.
So, I mean, the reality is you got to have both of those together if you're going to have impact in the world that matters. And so too many people have what I refer to as self-esteem. They got all their books and tapes on the shelf, but they're not really activating it. So the real self-esteem and the action in the world never happens. If you look at the law of attraction, the last 6 letters in the word attraction are ACTION. There's a little hidden clue in there. You've got to take action on your insights, your inspired thoughts, your intuition, all that. You got to take action on it. And one of the newer concepts is floating around in the world of law of attraction. Joe Vitale talks about it. Abraham talks about it. Esther Hicks and her work. Is that when an idea comes, it comes with a vortex of energy around it that says, this is the time, act now. And the longer you wait to act, the more that vortex kind of dissipates. And so literally the people that are most successful are the ones that act as soon as they get the insight.
I believe that. I believe success loves speed.
Yes.
Implement. Yeah.
I like that. Success loves speed. That's good.
Money loves speed too.
It does.
You gotta act quick. That's for sure. Yeah, I think it's staying in that constant momentum, right?
Yes.
If you start staying stagnant, I don't know anybody that's happy that's stagnant. So it's just that like free flow. Let's get into flow. Let's get into momentum. Let's keep the parts moving.
I do a lot of vacationing in Hawaii when I take vacations, and I see these guys, they're like 75 years old, and they're serving ice cream at Baskin Robbins. And I say, so what's your story? Oh, I was a real estate agent in Malibu. I'm a multimillionaire. I got retired. I came over here after 4 months. I was bored silly. So now I work at Baskin Robbins 4 nights a week just so I can have some fun. You know, it's like,
wow.
And there's also research that when people retire, if they don't do that, most people die within 3 to 4 years of retiring because there's no juice.
Right. Well, I mean, I guess that's why you see, Jim Rohn was all out. Zig Ziglar was all out. Wayne Dyer was all like, all of you guys. I see you as the legacy leaders. Yes. Really, you're in this space right now, carrying the torch, and you have this thing. And I love when I spoke to you last time, Jack. You had this real love for the millennials. Yes. And you're like, kind of like you're ready to pass the torch on as well when you're ready to go. And you're like. I really want to make sure the millennials are ready to rock. So what advice would you share for young leaders coming up in this day and age?
I think 2 things. It's a combination of trusting your own inner guidance, but also reaching out to the elders and not being afraid to ask for guidance. I love mentoring younger people. Part of the reason we created our online training program and our training programs, and I would say easily half to 2/3 of the people are in their late 20s, early 30s that come and take our training. Some are older, some are people dropping out of the corporate world in their 40s and 50s. But I remember going to a conference called Wisdom 2.0 or something like that, and most of the people there were young. And I remember walking away and telling my wife, I said, I feel confident about it.
Hardly see myself, but here's what happened, and this is kind of at the heart of this channel. Okay, she I don't know. I went to mentor with her to get encouragement and help, and I gave her credit. She gave me tough love, tough love. She told her truth, and we got to tell each other our truth and not tell each other what we want to hear. We tell each other the truth, what our truth is. Now, she told her truth. I could only watch 2 seconds of it. Well, I basically dropped out of the group for the time being. And I dropped out of her Patreon account just to disconnect from her. Not out of anger, not because I was mad. It was more of, I need to just focus. Okay, that's her feedback. Now, oddly enough, Michelle and Mike loved the same video. And Michelle with Video Matrix and 90 Day Challenge said, don't let someone else's opinion, you know, rock your world to stop you from going forward. So this was about a month ago. What I do, I just put my head down and just started making videos like crazy. And I'm not bragging, I'm just saying the truth is, on top of my full-time job, I was making 3 or 4 20 or 30, 40-minute videos a day. And I didn't care what people thought. I was posting them on Facebook, one, but I had made 3 others. And I wasn't trying to impress anyone. I learned a distinction a long time ago, and it's repetition is the mother of skill. If you do something over and over and over again with intentionality, with intensity, with the desire to improve, you are going to improve. Okay. The other thing, the universe rewards action. Okay. I was all alone. Mike wasn't in the picture. I just said, okay, Christine feels this way, put her aside. She told me, make me proud. Well, I'm going to make her proud, but she's going to be kind of on the outside looking in going, what did I create? I created I didn't mean, she probably didn't mean for me to get kind of like, not mad, but just like, I'm going to show her. You know, I took that energy and channeled it. Okay. And that's what happened. That's what happened. Now, I'm going to go back to her and say, Christine, check out my channel. Hopefully, there'll be an improvement that maybe she can watch it for, not 2 seconds, but she'll come back to me and say, okay, you didn't use that stuff, but I was able to watch it for 5 seconds this time. Hopefully, there'll be some level of improvement by the time I start sharing my channel with her and joining maybe the legends again and going through her whole course on how to be a successful YouTuber. I'll still plan to do that. I'll reconnect with her. But I said, okay, I'm standing on my own. This is it. I'm going forward. And then magically what happened, no one was taking me seriously. Now, Tessa, if you're here, you were taking me seriously. I had a handful of people from Japan watching my videos. All of you know who you are. I had a handful of people watching my videos and giving me encouragement, which I really appreciate. But here's the magical thing that happened. I'm trying to get the right sunlight. Like I said, this is real amateurish. It's sunny here, but here's the thing. And I just had another aha with this morning. Mike, who's one of the co-founders of I keep bringing it up, the Video Matrix and 90 Day Challenge, and different themes. I respected his opinion and Michelle, so I sent him some of my videos on truck driving and my vision, you know, my potential, you know, driving to Tokyo channel. I didn't know how to download the videos. I didn't know how to set up the channel. I was getting really frustrated. People kept saying, shut up your channel and download your videos. I didn't know how to do it. So Mike, this is what blew my mind. Mike said, my video actually caused him to think about the possibility of driving a truck. And I said, really? I said, that's one of the intentions, is not to hardcore recruit people to make a commission or personal gain or profit, but I want to pay it forward. I want to show people, the right people. There's a certain type of person that this would be good for. It's not for everyone. But I wanted to, instead of just being in my own little monk world, quietly driving a truck and chanting Nom Yoho Rinki Kyo, I wanted to pay it forward and produce this channel to do a variety of things. I said, Mike, really? He said, yeah, I'm seriously thinking about driving a truck with night transportation after watching your video. I thought, wow. And then we took it a step further. He said, I really got, you know, here's what I'm leading up to. One of my mentors told me a long time ago, one of the breakthrough things that happens when you're a student, and I know I'm way past student, I'm a student teacher now, so to speak. But he said, is when someone steps up and gets you, someone steps up and believes in you. Before you even believe in yourself, someone that comes to you and says, I got you. I got you. I believe in you. I see you, you know. And Mike more or less said that. He said, in fact, why don't we talk about me giving you everything I have for 90 days? I basically go to work for you. Now, we're partners. I'm not like his boss, but what I mean is nothing's out of bounds. I'll do everything and anything. Video editing, setting up the website, and all the things I don't know how to do that possibly would take another 5 years for me to do. He said, let's negotiate a 90-day plan. Now, one of my friends said, are you going to have to pay him for that? I laughed. I said, you mean, you think Mike's going to do this for free? You know, yeah, I'll just work for you for 90 days and put everything aside, and, you know, I'm not expecting to get anything for it. No. That isn't how the universe works, okay? You create a win-win. This is what I'd like to have happen, and what is it worth to me, okay? And I went back and forth. We had a long Zoom call, and I just had this overwhelmed feeling that this is what I need to do right now in my life. I'm almost 68 years old. I saved out $38,000 last year, and I just feel like I need to go forward. And so it was only maybe 4 or 5 days ago. It was last weekend we talked. We're moving forward, okay? So I'm only bringing this up to, if you're watching this and you're in a situation where you're kind of trying to figure out what to do with your life and you're kind of on the fence. I'm moving around because I'm looking at myself in the camera and it seems kind of bright. I can't really even see myself. But and by the way, what we're doing, we're kind of like still a work in progress. I'm making videos around my schedule, then I'm sending to Facebook. It's going to my wall, and then he's taking that same thing, and he's in Colorado or whatever, and he's taking the video and editing it, taking things out, you know, that maybe he feels need to be taken out, and adding things, and he's creating these, 10-minute videos based on what I'm doing here. So we're kind of like working, well, we're not kind of, we're working together. So this is a co-creation together. However, I want to bring more and more and more of my wisdom and story that I've gained over. This is what didn't happen overnight. Truck driving for 12 years and life, you know. And then there's things that are happening to this day, right now, in my life that I have to address. So that's what I'm saying. It's like a reality. This is a real thing. So, and I even asked Mike, can you make a video where you say, like and subscribe my channel? You know, I always feel like, okay, press the like button and subscribe. Come on board at the end of every video. But obviously you can do that. I'd love for you to come in and be a part of this. One of the things I would like to do that's a little different is some of the first subscribers, like Tessa and some of you, I'd love to have you come on and actually, you could record a little video that says, hi, I'm Tessa. I love Doug's channel. I've been with him since the beginning. What's just a reminder, press like and subscribe. Join our team, join our family. Come on board. I'm here. You'll love it, or something like that. So the subscribers are actually doing that. I don't have to do that. They'll do it. I thought that'd be kind of a cool thing. Because think how cool it'd be instead of me doing it every time. You know, you see Tessa, and then you see another person, you see another person, and you see another person, and another person. And then they're kind of stepping. Does this sound funny? I think it's cool. Slowly you get to see who the subscribers are. Hi, I'm John from Denver, Colorado. I drive a truck for so-and-so. I just liked and subscribed to this channel. Why don't you do the same? You know, that kind of thing. So I invite you, Tessa, any of you want to do that now, we can start that immediately. Okay, so those are the kind of ideas I have. But I'm gonna, this camera is actually getting a little heavy, and I have to get off the camera to be able to get behind the camera to do my editing and stuff. Plus I want to walk over to the driver's lounge and say hi to my driver manager. And the clock is ticking. I have to go pick up my Friday dedicated load. But Mike's doing an awesome job. I can see not that I had doubts, but I can see a extraordinary improvement. You know, even with all of us, it doesn't matter what level you are. Mike's going to improve as he does more. I'm going to improve as we do more. And I would love for Christine to check out my work maybe 6 months from now and say, oh my God, was I off? You're doing a great job, Doug. You made me proud. Wouldn't that be so awesome? Anyway, I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to go walk to the driver's lounge. We have an awesome driver's lounge, by the way.